Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us for this special edition of HR Mentorship Learning Series. Tonight, we have a very special facilitator, friend, brother, colleague, associate in the house. His name is Sean Olabode Badiru, and he will be facilitating on the topic streamlining your workflow with AI power tools. I will read his profile very briefly so that we can also get insight as to who he is and what he has done in the last few years. All right. Sean is a dynamic, result-driven business leader with over 19 years experience. He's the co-founder of Africa Tech Hub, a cutting-edge technology consultancy and solutions provider that facilitates digital transformation for business across various industries. In addition to this role, Sean juggles multiple responsibilities within the Redeemed Christian Church of God. He holds a master's degree in business administration and a Bachelor of Science degree in mechanical engineering from the Olabisi Onabanjo University and Lagos State University, respectively. He has also pursued further professional development through programs such as strategic leadership and management offered by the University of Illinois, USA, intellectual property law by the University of Pennsylvania, USA, and American contract law by the prestigious Yale University. In addition to this, he has obtained professional certificates in various specializations, including Scrum, Agile, project management, digital marketing, multimedia production, user experience, design, business analysis, cyber security, cloud administration, and human resource management. Ladies and gentlemen, in the human resource community, Sean holds the position of chairman of the Ogun State branch of the Chartered Institute of Personnel Management of Nigeria. He also represents the branch on the Institute Governing Council. I'm excited to speaking to us tonight on the topic streamlining your workflow with AI-powered tools. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Sean Olabode Badiru. You have the floor, sir.
Okay, so good evening, everyone.
You need to unmute, sir.
Okay. So good evening once again, everyone. I'm excited to be here. So this is a Herculean task, and we'll see how we can collapse this into the available time we have today. Sincere appreciation to my brother, our boss, ECM Adeyemi. ECM Oluyemi Adeosun. Thank you very much for the platform to be a blessing to this community. So without much ado, we just go straight to the business of today, streamlining your workflow with AI-powered tools. So what is artificial intelligence? So I'm going to play a video and just to put things in perspective, just to guide us as to what AI really is. So enjoy the video. Okay, so basically artificial intelligence refers to, as you heard, the development of computer systems that can perform, tasks that typically require human intelligence. So there's what we call the neural network, which, developers develop using frameworks like TensorFlow or PyTorch, with Python. And it's something we can actually develop in Nigeria, ChatGPT. Even Nestle has its own NestGPT and all of that. So they develop this model and they start training. And the training basically is like training a child how to recognize a cat. You will show them so many pictures of the cat, pointing pictures, features of the cat, whiskers, etc., etc. You show the child big cars, pictures of big cars, of small cars, etc., etc. So when the child sees a cat, any kind of cat, doing any kind of activity, the child recognizes that this is a cat. Why? Because the child has seen so many cats in the past, So this is how artificial intelligence works. This is how artificial intelligence works. It leverages, um, data, large amount of data to be able to recognize patterns and then, predict what will happen. So training artificial intelligence is like teaching a child, how to recognize the cat, just as we have shown you, gathering information, that's collecting lots and lots of data, related to the task, like, the picture of cats that I just used in the illustration. Then you label the data, telling the artificial intelligence what each piece of the data is, you show it a picture of a dog, this is a dog, you show it the picture of a cat, this is a cat, and then, learning process, the artificial intelligence then studies the data and learns to recognize, patterns, studies and learn to recognize patterns, and then you test. You check how well the artificial intelligence has learned by giving it a new data. Maybe, for example, I've trained, bank managers, senior management of bank how to use this. So let me just use as an example. If you have a data set of those that have collected loans from the bank, let's say 100,000 organizations or 100,000 people. Now, if you want to predict if new customers coming will default, if the loan will go bad or not, what you need to do is maybe about 80% of that vast amount of data you plug into artificial intelligence and let artificial intelligence know that these are these guys, this category of people, they collected loan, they defaulted. This other category of people, they collected loans, and they paid back. So when you have shown the model, the artificial intelligence model, the various vast amount of data that you have, and then, I told you not to use the entire data. Don't use the entire data. Feed it with 80% of the data of those that defaulted. So when you do that, now the remaining 20%, you pick a bit of it and show the artificial intelligence model, asking that it predicts if these ones will repay loans. There's probability that they repay loan if they are given loan. You know that these guys defaulted. So if you show the model and it predicts correctly, that means it's been well trained. If it also fumbles, what you need to do is to tweak it again and again until it's able to recognize from patterns, predict those who are likely to default and those who will definitely repay your loan. So that's basically how it works. You test it, you check how well the artificial intelligence has learned by giving it a new data. And when it fumbles, what you basically do is to improve it. And now, training artificial intelligence for employee insights, as an HR professional, you can use artificial intelligence to basically analyze employee data and make informed HR decisions. And this is how you do it. You gather data, collect essential information, about employees, such as, performance evaluations, work history, training progress, feedbacks, etc., attendance records, and so on and so forth. Then what do you do when you have collected that vast amount of data? You basically clean the data. There will be some columns that will have employee ID, and there will be some rows under, there will be some cells within that employee ID that will have maybe the date of birth. is in that date of birth, that cell is lying in under a wrong column. So you clean the data. Clean data means pushing what is supposed to be under what column to that column, and then you ensure that everything is well arranged. Ensure the data, ensure data accuracy and completeness. Address any inconsistencies, errors, or any issues around missing details to maintain reliable insights. And then you teach the artificial intelligence. You provide the artificial intelligence with examples of high-performing employees, employees who may need development support, and common employees engagement indicators, etc., etc. And what this does is that is going to enable the artificial intelligence to learn patterns that contribute to different outcomes, in areas like performance, performance in areas like retention, areas like engagement, and so on and so forth. And when you are done with it, just as I've told you, the next thing is to now test the artificial intelligence. Now you have taught it. Now let's conduct a test and see how well, it can now predict, things. So use fresh employee data to see if the artificial intelligence can now predict outcomes such as, employee turnover risk, issues around performance trends, training it, and so on. And then when you have taught it, you have tested it, and then the next thing is now to refine the artificial intelligence. So if the AI's predictions don't fully align with, the actual outcomes, what you need to do is just to adjust it based on feedback, and then you improve its learning processes, and over time, it's going to become more accurate, and it's going to help you make smarter data-driven decisions. So it's going to help you make smarter data-driven decisions. So once trained, it's going to help you identify, retention risks, when you analyze patterns in employee data. Of course, the artificial intelligence can help you flag individuals or teams at a higher risk of leaving the organization, of leaving the organization. And what this does is that it's going to allow you to take proactive retention measures. Also, it's going to help you streamline recruitment, for high potential candidates. The artificial intelligence can quickly assess qualifications, and fits, and then speeding up the selection process and freeing up, your resources, for other tasks. And then number three, it's going to help you offer personalized development plans, by understanding, individual employee performance, their skills, their career goals. The artificial intelligence can suggest customized training and development programs to help them enhance their growth and engagement. So let's briefly look at artificial intelligence, the evolution of artificial intelligence. Of course, it's evolved significantly over the years, and here are the key milestones, of AI. In 1950, we started, and then proceeded through the Dartmouth Conference of 1956 and 1957. It continued with the development of the GPS, and it continued like that until 2020, when we saw open AIs, that's the GPTs released. Continued until we saw that release, and today we're talking about GPT 4.0, etc., etc. So there are basically three core types of artificial intelligence. We're having the AI itself, we're having machine learning, and we're having deep learning. Machine learning is a subset of AI. Deep learning is a subset of machine learning. And in simple terms, because to save time, I won't just overflog issues around this. There are, the moment a model can you feed it with historical data in your organization and it's able to use that to predict the future. That means it has machine learning capabilities. So we have some artificial intelligence that don't have machine learning capabilities. So, for example, all these models around if this, then that, IFTTs, those ones is just call and response, issues that they deal with. They are not wired, they are not built to take in data, process it, and then when and then begin to predict the future. Those that have that they have machine learning capabilities. Now, when it now becomes extremely complex, you have a model that can analyze, images, sounds, etc., and it becomes extremely, can analyze extremely complex data. That is deep learning. So that's deep learning. So let's go to how we can understand the distinctions between artificial intelligence and IT. Maybe I shouldn't. Let me just, because of time, our time has gone. So let me not deal with this issue today. So let's just look at understanding AI and intelligence. Let's look at AI and intelligence. Intelligence is not a one-dimensional attribute, as we have seen, and we have in artificial intelligence we have the ANIs. This does not equate to general intelligence. We have the AGIs, we have the ASIs, and I'm just going to take a bit of time to explain this to you. Now, the ANIs, we call it the artificial narrow intelligence, and the definition is basically that it specializes in these are specialized AIs designed to perform a specific task or a limited set of tasks. Their scope is limited to a specific task. Example, language translation, image recognition, and they already exist and they are widely used. The Siris of this world, the Alexas of this world, the Google Assistants of this world, etc., etc. Their learning capability, they basically learn, with their narrow domain, within their narrow domain, and they are unable to apply knowledge outside of their specific tasks because they've been exposed to some kind of data. So any data outside what they have learned, if you teach them French, they can't speak Spanish. So that's what ANIs do, and the risk level is very low, because they are limited to what you have fed them with, playing chess, etc., recommendation engines, image recognitions. Those are examples of ANIs. The next, a level of artificial intelligence is what we call the AGI, and these are AIs with the ability to understand, learn, and apply intelligence across a broad range, of tasks, at the human-like level. Broad, their scope is broad, and they are capable of performing any intellectual task that a human can do. And hypothetically, they are not yet achieved the human goal. So the ASIs, when we're talking about ASI, that's artificial super intelligence, we're talking about the ability of AI to surpass human intelligence. So you tell a robot to sit down, the robot is telling you it's not sitting down. You know, before that time comes, I would have gone to heaven. I would have grown old and gone to heaven. Because at that time, that means the robots will just take over the world. You know, robots will be the ones dictating, you know, what's going to be happening, you know, to you. So these are the 3 levels of artificial intelligence, and the implication for HR as artificial intelligence continues to evolve. You know, yes, talking about us HR professionals must recognize the transformative impact, you know, AI can have on how we manage talent, how we enhance employee engagement, and, you know, improve decision making in the workplace. We really need to understand this, because it offers, you know, the potential to help us revolutionize, you know, how departments, that's the HR department, process and utilize information, particularly in areas like recruitment, you know, performance assessments, you know, employee retention, you know, workforce planning, and so on. So when we leverage artificial intelligence effectively, you know, we as HR professionals can play a more strategic role in fostering a positive organizational culture and support the overall business growth, you know. But to really fully, you know, realize these benefits, we need to thoroughly understand, you know, the capabilities and limitations of artificial intelligence. We must, you know, for us to fully utilize the benefits, and this understanding will enable us to integrate artificial intelligence into practices strategically, and ensure that, you know, artificial intelligence efforts complement, you know, the mission of our department to attract, develop, and retain, you know, talents, while also promoting a culture of inclusion and innovation in our organizations. So when we recognize the potential within, you know, the artificial intelligence, it will also empower us, you know, and our teams to better align, you know, our strategies with the organization's, you know, long-term goals, and help us create, you know, a more adaptive, you know, data-driven and data-informed approach to how we manage people within our organization. So technologies, AI technologies, we have the foundational AI technologies, and we have the, you know, applied AI technologies. The foundational ones, you know, a broad and complex field composed of, you know, several foundational technologies. That's artificial intelligence is, you know, I'm talking about something that's they are broad and complex. It's a complex field, and they are composed of several foundational technologies that basically serve as the backbone for the advanced applications. Let me take that again. All of these foundational ones, they are like the letters, the English letters that form, you know, the English words. Every word is built, every English word is built, you know, on, you know, English alphabets. So all of the artificial intelligence that you are seeing, the models, you know, the functionalities, they are built on, you know, some underlying principles, you know, underlying, you know, technologies. And so this is what we want to categorize this as foundational AI technologies, and we want to basically take a look at each of them. Now, at the base of these are what we call the neural networks. They are basically, you know, the fundamental building blocks of, you know, deep learning, and they are inspired by the human brain. Imagine your brain, you know, as a network of connected cells, just as we watched in that video. You know, neural networks are like a computer's version of this network. They help computers learn and understand things like pictures, sounds, and even languages. So neural networks are the backbone, the real backbone of deep learning models that are used in image recognition, things. It is one of the foundational technology behind Tesla, all these self-driving cars, they are the foundational technology behind ChatGPT. We are talking about neural networks. We are basically talking about models. What are models? ChatGPT is an example of a model. Gemini is an example of a model. Any artificial intelligence software or technology or system that can predict, that can generate, that you can ask questions and it can answer, and it can begin to think, and it can begin to analyze and predict based on the insights it has generated. Yes, at the core of it, at the foundational technology behind that technology is what we call neural networks. It's what we call neural networks. So again, I know we want to go to the exciting parts, so let me just leave all of this. My Oga cannot ask me to come and deliver this kind of lecture, and I won't do a thorough job. So I did a thorough job, but again, I know we are deep into the night, and let me just see how we can quickly summarize things and move on to the application, to HR, and then we call it a day. So another one is machine learning, and it's a branch of artificial intelligence that focuses on creating systems that can learn from and make decisions based on data. Yes, without data, there's no machine learning. It enables computers to basically improve their performance on tasks over time without being explicitly, programmed. So, and you hear things like as we go on, or maybe in life, you hear things around machine learning frameworks, machine learning algorithms, and machine learning itself. So some of us use this interchangeably. So we use this interchangeably. Machine learning is the entire process, of training and teaching a computer to learn, improve, and make predictions, on decisions based on past examples. Shikena is the entire process. So machine learning is a process. When you hear frameworks, frameworks are toolbox, like the leash and treats for a dog. Just what will help you train the computer, like softwares, tools. Example, the TensorFlow I mentioned earlier is an example of an open source machine learning framework that was developed by Google. Yeah, we have PyTorch, we have quite a lot, but TensorFlow and PyTorch are the most common of these frameworks. And when you hear algorithms, every time you hear algorithms, you're basically talking about a specific method or techniques, you use to train a computer, So let's take note of all of that. Now, deep learning is also a subfield I've shown us earlier. It's a subfield of machine learning that basically uses neural networks with many layers to learn from large amount of data. Is a way to teach computers to recognize patterns and make decisions by showing them many, 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 many examples. Yes, the difference between machine learning and deep learning is that deep learning is a subset of machine learning, but it can take in more layers, complex data. So that's just the difference between machine learning and deep learning. Also, another foundational AI technology, natural language processing, algorithm and techniques for understanding, generating, and manipulating human language. It's like teaching, NLP is like teaching, a computer to understand a human language. It's a process or a set of steps. I mean, to use that language, a set of steps that computers follow to understand and work with our language. Yes, a process of teaching computers to understand, interpret, and generate, human language in a way that is both meaningful and useful. Involving, using different techniques and algorithms, to basically help computers to understand and communicate with human beings. Examples, you have them all around you. The Siri, Alexa, Google Assistants, the technology behind them is natural language processing technology. And you can see at the foundation of it is still neural network. So even within the foundational technologies, neural network is still foundational to another foundational, technology. So it's the base of, everything machine learning. So computer vision, this is the technology behind OCR, optical character recognition. You carry your phone, you snap something, a text on paper, it converts it to text. Yes, the technology behind that is computer vision. So I'll leave it there. Reinforcement learning, the algorithm that can, basically enable machines to learn by interacting with environments and receiving rewards of penalties. Technologies used in robotics, teaching robots to perform complex tasks like walking or grasping, objects. Technologies used in game playing, training artificial intelligence to play and win games, like chess, etc., etc. Self-driving cars. These are reinforcement learning technologies at play, and they are an example of foundational AI technologies. We have the generative adversarial networks, a class of neural networks that are used for generating realistic data, such as images, text, and audio. Now, I know some of us have used artificial intelligence to generate images before. Now, GANs, that's this generative adversarial networks. They are like a game between a creator, we call it the generator, and a critic, a discriminator. So every time whether it's I know even ChatGPT, what do we call it? ChatGPT generates images now. Google Gemini generates images. Even our WhatsApp, Meta generates images. Now, when you are asking them to generate an image, you are actually creating a war, a dialogue between the generator and the discriminator, the creator and the critic. The generator is generating, first of all, generate something that doesn't look like the image. The discriminator will start telling it, this image you are generating now, Oga, I've seen this kind of image before. What you are generating does not look like it. And then they begin to interact. So this is the technology that is at work when you are trying to generate an image. They collaborate and ensure that whatever they are presenting to you at the end of the day looks like what you're asking for. And that's the technology that they use in deepfakes. Manipulating existing videos or images to just to replace faces or create entirely new ones. You and I know that while deepfakes have been used for malicious purposes, they also have legitimate applications in entertainment and special effects. So, but we need to we'll continue to talk about ethical use of artificial intelligence, because it can be used for fraud or fraudulent activities. So federated learnings also, these are technologies behind, Google Gboards, Apple on-device intelligence, etc., etc. So now we've talked about the foundational one. I know that one is difficult for you to grasp because some of you have not seen them before. They are the technologies behind the technologies. They are like the cables inside your laptop that you don't even know, you don't know how they are connected. Your own is, your own computer owns, but there are wires and cables, within the, motherboard. So what I'll show you now is is resident within motherboards of artificial intelligence models. But the ones we want to show now, some of you can interact with this one. Some of you have interacted with this one because these are applied AI technologies. These are applied AI technologies. So as artificial intelligence, evolve, they are increasingly being applied to solve a specific human business and challenges. They enhance decision making, they help you optimize operations, improve customer experience, and et cetera, et cetera. So at their core, all of these applied technologies are powered by foundational AI techniques that I showed you earlier, like machine learning, deep learning, NLPs, that's natural language processing, while also providing the necessary algorithms and models to drive these advanced capabilities, recommended systems. Here you see now that you have seen this one, the Netflix of this world. That's the technology behind it. You just finished watching a movie, and then before you drop it, it's suggesting to you other movies that look like what you just watched. Recommendation system, taking your preferences, the algorithm there, understanding your preference, and based on the number of rules, like the number of minutes you spend in watching that movie, picking your interest. It's also what is this kind of technology is embedded within your social media solutions, social media, their accounts now, how will I call it? Things around Instagram, around TikTok. You finish watching a reel. Now, the next thing, the algorithm has captured your interest. It knows what will interest you, what will not interest you. So it's recommending to you, what next to watch. The technology behind these recommendation systems, and other companies are using. I'm sure Amazon use it, because they don't want you. They want to finish your money. They don't want you to carry your money home. So you finish buying a product, they are suggesting similar products. So that's the technology. There are chatbots and the virtual agents. The technology behind Siri, Apple's virtual assistant that basically helps users to perform tasks such as setting reminders, sending messages, and answering questions based on voice commands. Alexa, Google Assistants. So the technology behind it is what we call chatbot and virtual agents, or virtual assistants. Predictive analytics. These are tools, that help you anticipate the outcomes of various actions, supporting better decision making, and it can foster, marketing strategies. Can help you, enhance your marketing strategies. Technology behind weather forecasting, meteorological services. All of these meteorological services use predictive, analysis to forecast weather conditions, stock market predictions. For some of us that do buying and selling, financial institutions use it. They use these predictive analytics to forecast stock prices and market trends. Customer churn predictions. Telecoms, companies use these predictive analysis to identify customers likely to leave, and they target retention efforts. So they use all of these technologies, in business. Fraud detection. All of these, Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, they use technology to detect fraud. Autonomous vehicles. These are applied technologies that Tesla autopilots use, Waymo, Cruise by General Motors, etc., etc. Supply chains optimization. IBM Sterling supply chain suits, Oracle Cloud, Blue Yonder. All of these, they use AI-driven algorithms to basically optimize inventory and logistics. So image recognition, technology behind facial recognition, Google Photos. You drop something in Google and it's looking for it and it's picking It's telling you it knows where the image is likely to come from. So the technology behind it is this image recognition, text mining, spam detection, sentiment, analysis, customer feedback analysis, spam defect, email services like Gmail, whatever email you use, they use text mining to identify and filter out, spam emails based on content analysis. So if he has too many links, they flag it. This one is likely to be a spam. So the technology behind it is basically this text mining, NLGs, natural language generations, open AIs like ChatGPT. Yes, this is the technology behind it. Remember, I said the foundational technology is neural networks, but the applied technology now is the NLG, natural language generation. So tools like OpenAI's ChatGPT generate human-like text used for content creation or automated customer service responses. You have automated new writing. News agencies, some of us use this thing to generate text to speech. It's also one of the uses of this natural language generation technology. Prescriptive analytics, of course, when we're talking about prescriptive analytics, we're talking about what they use in the health space. So AI writers, healthcare treatment plans, supply chains optimization, financial planning, all of this use prescriptive analytics technology. So companies using AI, we have Netflix, Walmart, General Electric, AliExpress, American Express, McDonald's, and etc., etc. So I'm not going to overflow the issues there because again, we need to move with the speed of light so we can go home. Now, core capabilities of AI in business, data analysis and insights can help you handle large volumes of data, efficiently. Example, Google Analytics, Tableau, IBM Watson, whatever has, machine learning capability can help you do this. Whatever. Microsoft Azure, IBM Watson, which one does this other guy have? I can't remember the name again now. Recognizing patterns, just to help you analyze data, predictive analysis, data visualization. So it can help you do that. Automation and efficiency, task automation, software like Zapier, you can write that down. Zapier. A software, it's free. Zapier, helping you automate, connecting two softwares. You can connect your Google Drive to an email to the extent that when maybe somebody fills a Google form, you can connect that form to an email so that an email is dispatched immediately to that person as soon as the person fills the form. Customer experience, it can help, artificial intelligence can help you with customer experience. What's the name of this CRM platform? HubSpot. This is the technology behind it. So some of us can use, it's not only in HR that we use artificial intelligence. You can use it to automate repetitive and mundane tasks that free up the space of your workforce. You can use it to analyze vast amount of data and generate insights from vast amount of data. You can use it to enhance customer experience. You can also use it for innovative and creative activities. Generating images. That's creativity. I'm going to demonstrate. I will generate. Definitely, we can't be talking about artificial intelligence without actually doing some hands-on, workshop, demonstration on how to use it. Risk management and compliance. supply chain optimization, product development. Those are the core, capabilities of artificial intelligence. Then we have human resource management, So let me just quickly move to how you can now enhance efficiency through artificial intelligence. And we'll say this, and then we'll demonstrate whatever God can help us demonstrate, on the use of artificial intelligence, for everyday, efficiency. So how to enhance efficiency through AI integration? We're talking about HR department now. Technology has, revolutionized how we carry out recruitment and onboarding. And all of the processes can now be streamlined into, a more efficient and more automated and data-driven approach. So if your organization owns ATS, an ATS, you can leverage the AI in the ATS to help you filter resumes. So if you own an ATS, it has AI capabilities that can help you filter resumes, can help you match candidates to their job descriptions and even schedule interviews. So you are doing this while also providing real-time analytics on, the candidates' pipelines. And the automation tools will also facilitate, smooth onboarding experiences for your new hires, because it's going to help you deliver consistent, personalized onboarding journeys, and ensure that your new hires are seamlessly integrated and they are productive from the very first day they step their feet into your organization. So, of course, the benefit that it's not only going to accelerate your hiring process, it's also going to enhance your candidate experience and greatly reduce your time to hire, which is a metric to measure, in HR, and ultimately improve retention rates. So, performance management. It's a concept that is now more dynamic with AI integration. There are tools now that can help you track real-time performance and utilize sophisticated analytics platforms. They're going to help you to continuously monitor and assess your employee performance. It all thanks to artificial intelligence platforms that have AI embedded in them, that can help you with, performance management issues. The platforms like Lattice, 15.5, Culture Amp, some of these sophisticated HRIS have this embedded in them. But for some of us, we don't get money to do HRIS. You can, some of these ones I'm mentioning to you, you can just stick with them. Employee engagement and retention. Employee engagement and retention. What's the name of this one now? Yamabi. I think they changed their name. Viva Engage. Is that what they call them? I think it's Viva Engage now on 365. So there are Viva issues around engagement. You can use artificial intelligence to enhance this. Utilizing engagement platforms, survey tools, feedback mechanisms, you will be able to generate real-time insights into employee satisfaction and engagement with the help of artificial intelligence. And these tools will also enable you to implement timely interventions and personalized strategies to basically boost, the engagement of your employees. So you will also be able to collaborate and connect better on these communication platforms, which will ultimately foster a positive workplace culture and help you reduce turnover and increase employee satisfaction within your organization. So let's move to the next slide. So we're talking about enhancing efficiency through HR tech integration, as AI tech integration. So workforce analytics. You need workforce analytics all of you know, we've been dealing with this, I think for 4 weeks now, we've been dealing with this issue of people analytics, because you need it for strategic decision making. So if you leverage real-time data collection and analysis, you can gain deep insight into your workforce, the trends of your workforce and their productivity. So get advanced analysis platforms to help you support predictive modeling, which will help you plan effectively and also help you make informed decisions based on a data-driven forecast that it has a capability to do. So it will also allow you to anticipate future needs. It will allow you to identify patterns. It will allow you to make proactive decisions that will help you drive organizational success and improve operational efficiency. So next is learning and development platforms. So what are some of the tools for workforce analytics? Tableau has that capability. SAP Success Factor, some of these, let's not start selling, and doing free adverts for technological companies. But of course, SAP is huge. Oracle is huge. IBM works in analytics. Even Azure, Microsoft Azure can do this. So for LMS, we don't need to overflow issues. The capability Coursera has, capability LinkedIn Learning has. That thing that is recommending courses to you there when you go and take a course, and it's recommending more courses to you. That's artificial intelligence. So compensation and benefits, you need to automate compensation and benefits management if you want to maintain accuracy and efficiency in your payroll. Yeah, I mean, the processing of your payroll, you can't just continue to manage payroll traditionally. You won't be efficient in this. So advanced HR solution software will help you streamline your payroll administration and benefits enrollment and compliance tracking. So when you automate all of these, it will ensure timely and error-free compensation while also providing you with robust reporting and analytics capabilities. So I'm recommending this. Most of these HRIS solutions, they have these capabilities embedded within them. Talent management. If you have a centralized talent management system, you'll be able to track employee growth, and plan succession, self-service portals, etc., etc. People going on leave, and then you're able to manage it. If your organization is still using email to approve leave, all is well. So employee well-being and wellness programs, all of the digital supports that you should deploy to do this. I think I will just stop here. I'm going to stop here. The impact of let me not delve into the impact of AI in business. Let me attempt to create. Let me attempt to create. Which group do I use now? Okay, let me use. I want to create. So let's say you have. So let me share my screen. Okay, so let's say I want to create an image. We have been blowing grammar since now. So let's make it more practical. Let's do, let's do some hands-on, task on all of the grammar we have been blowing. So let's start with images. You want to create an image. I know you can do it on ChatGPT, you can do it on, various other models. But even the WhatsApp you have, it has a capability to help you do this. So just do at meta.ai, and then you can do /imagine, and then describe what you want. So let's say imagine you can use this for engagement, So imagine a cat wearing Superman costume in Punk City town with neon light and fog background. Okay, so let's see what's going to generate for me. Yeah, so that's the image. So this image does not exist anywhere in the world. I just generated it. So you can generate your own image, whatever it is you want, and then push it to Viva Engage, push it to various other platforms that you can use to engage your people. You can also use it as a marketing tool. I just generated this one now. So that's how you generate an image. If it's a text, of course, I know almost all of us on this call use ChatGPT. Almost all of us on this call use ChatGPT. So if it's an image, you can use WhatsApp, just as I've shown you. If it's a text you want to generate, you can use ChatGPT, you can use Gemini. If it's you want to do audio to text, maybe you are in a meeting, and all of the conversations that happen in the meeting, you want to transcribe to a text, you can use author.ai. Just sign into author.ai and it can help you transcribe all of the conversations. There's a free version. If your talk is not more than 30 minutes, it can help you do this. If your talk is more than 30 minutes, just slice them into 30 minutes, and then you author.ai, OTTER.ai can help you do that. So we're already talking about how AI can help you with your day-to-day activities, streamlining, your workflow, with artificial intelligence. Now, if it's text to audio, Event Lab can do that for you easily, instead of going to pay, people that do voiceovers. You can just use Event Lab to do that. You are not always available to do things, and you want to automate some tasks. You can use Zapier to do that. Zapier, connecting one software with another software. Maybe the example I gave, reconnecting your email with a Google form. So as people fill the form, and an email is automatically dispatched to them to thank them. Yes, you can use Zapier to do this. So instead of waiting for all of the people to fill the form and you are sorting things out later, you are looking for how you're cracking your head on how to start sending email to them one by one. You can just automate this. You can just automate it and let things flow on its own, So which other one would you want me to talk about? Maybe I should stop here and see there are questions, I'll be more than happy to respond to those questions. But there's nothing you want to do in life that artificial intelligence cannot do for you. In our companies, we don't have too many staff. Well, we just leverage, artificial intelligence to do a lot of things, to achieve a lot of things for ourselves, So the money we would have used to go and employ more staff, we just invested it on technology and then automate a lot of things. Some of the things, I know some of you get emails from us. Now, robots, they send you those emails, not be human beings, because we have automated everything. What gives you the assurance that is me that you are talking to now? That is not robots. Yeah, that are programs that is talking to you, because we have that capability. So somebody came to this Shark Tank now to you can be in a meeting like this, and the person is not there, and you'll be seeing him, whereas the person has gone to do lao somewhere, has gone to buy Ashoebi, going to do one, and you'll be seeing somebody in a meeting. Yes, there's that capability. So let me stop here. If there are questions, I'll be more than happy to attend to them. And if not, let's go home to our wives and go and enjoy our night. So, Dr. Odiyemi Adeosun, I think this is where we draw the curtains.
Thank you so much for that
excellent
presentation.
Loud.
That was really engaging, very powerful. Most definitely, by God's grace, you'll be back as soon as possible. Just so we are sure. Does anybody have a question for engineer tonight? Any question or any quick remarks? Anyone? You may also want to drop your phone number on the chat box in case somebody wants to reach out to you. You can just type it in the chat box in case someone wants to reach out to you.
Okay.
Because some people will still say, oh, I may need some personalized attention or consultancy, as they will call it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
So my phone number is there now.
Yeah, he has dropped his number. Yes, I can see it. Okay, so just as evidence that we are still here, we can just unmute and say thank you to our guy at the top, Sean Olabode Badiru, for his kindness this evening. Or you can get your AI to say the thank you on your behalf too.
Thank you very much, sir. God bless you. Thank you. Quite engaging. Quite engaging.
Thank you, sir. God bless you for the insightful and engaging session. God bless you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Good night, everyone. Thank you so much, sir. See you soon.
Good night, sir.
Thank you. Good night. Thank you.